Hi guys, this is going to be an overview of the tournament and what would I change about my team as well. Because during the tournament, especially near the end of it, if I had either different Pokemon or I replaced a Pokemon or just changed a moveset, I think I could have done better than what I did. So yeah, this is just going to be like an overview over it. Okay, so as you can see on screen, here is my team. You'll get with my placement at the end and how many wins and losses I did. So as you can see, my team consists of Mega Charizard Y, Mega Victreebel, Whimsicott, Heliolisk, Dragapult, and Aegislash. So probably the weirdest Pokemon on this team that you can see would probably be Victreebel, as you would expect a Venusaur on it. Now, I kind of wanted to have Venusaur on the team, then I chose, went last minute, you know what, I think Victreebel would be more fun. I'll put it on, done, dusted. That was my decision making on that. And actually, I'm relatively happy I did at times. Obviously, when I mega evolved it, things didn't work well. uh, as like a second mega, but it had some key moments where it landed Sleep Powder and used Strength Snap a lot and helped against bad matchups, so like against Milotic. That's what it was. Um, and also things like Archaludon, even outside of the sun when Chloroform doesn't work. Uh, yeah. Whimsicott. Mega Charizard does what Mega Charizard does, and I'm very disappointed with it. I swear one game I hit a single Heat Wave on one Pokemon, and that was it for the entire game. And I think I clicked it like 7 or 8 times, and I missed every single one, or they protected. Like and like with the protected, I'd miss the other one. It was really annoying and yeah, I should have probably played Weather Ball once or twice, but winnable games just disappeared after missing a single Heat Wave, which really sucked. Um, I didn't use Whimsicott, aside from the first 5 or 6 games, I think. So yeah, I really just didn't use it after game 6. I think maybe I used it on the first day, but second day and third day I know for a fact I didn't use it. Heliolisk surprised me a lot, like surviving certain hits that I never checked to see if it could live. Um, like Mega Dragonite using Draco Meteor on it, I didn't know it could survive. At all, did not know it could. Dragapult did what its job. Helios did its job, 1v1ing Basculegion, and it was very successful in it, to the point where I won games where the opponent forfeited because they knew I had a Heliolisk in the back, and I had 2 or 3 Pokemon that would just all go for the Archaludon. Literally. All I needed to do was take out the partner Pokemon, Heliolisk in the back, would just win out in the end, which was amazing. Dragapult did its job, hit most Draco Meteors, which made it worse when it didn't hit it. Psychic Fangs did its job. I think maybe one time I didn't. They swapped into a Dark type, but actually no, they didn't. No. Um, Aegislash kind of another one that kind of did nothing. I feel like I could have had a different Pokemon on the team and it would have been better. But it did its job well. It did the things it did well. Help out in a matchup against Mega Floette, King Gambit when Charizard was missing everything. Um, some funny times when I would just spam wide guard and the opponent would be doing double moves every single time. Obviously, I lost those two matches due to the gamble not paying off. Some matches I could probably, with if they did it one more time or I predicted them not to do it, I think the game would have been won. Well, at least one of them, one of the two matchups. The other one was it was a losing game no matter what happened. Uh, like at that point, but the first one was really fun. Um, Here are the stats. I won't bore you to death with them, but you can see them. Yeah, so some are very odd. Like my Charizard one, it's not perfect Charizard. I know. I saw somewhere that more bulky Charizard is relatively good, and I went and did that with it. I wouldn't recommend using that EV spread at all. Like it did its job, but like I don't think that EV spread is at all good. Whimsicott, I did a bit more bulky. Victor Bell, yeah, max HP for when I mega. I was what I should have put some speed points, lower attack and put some speed. That's something I should have done. At least make the outspeed what what's it called? Sneasler, that's it, and or non like just Aerodactyl, because I could have done that quite easily, and I didn't. And yeah, Tailwind is not fun, and Sneasler shenanigans when you don't have Dragapult up front as well, or if Dragapult's died, Victreebel could have came in, had Sun, and outsped it, and then put it to sleep, which would have made everything so much easier, so much easier. But yeah, um, yeah, I don't really think there's anything else that's odd with EVs. Maybe well, Heliosks, but that seems pretty normal. Like I sacrificed a bit of health because of what it was a dry skin, I believe it was. Like at with 29 EVs into health, you survive pretty much everything you'd expect to survive. Obviously, if it's fighting or ground move, you're probably dead with its like earthquake. Well, if it's earthquake or high horsepower coming off a Garchomp, you're dead no matter what. But I'm pretty sure you can survive Brick Break most of the time from Sneasler, which was nice. And yeah, low kick does basically nothing to Heliolisk. But yeah, so I sacrificed a wee bit just to chuck out like a wee bit into special defense, which that with just two EVs does pretty much nothing for Heliolisk, like near nothing. Like I checked calcs when I managed to survive a Draco Meteor off of Mega Dragonite, which was shocking to me still. And yeah, I could have survived that with just 29 EVs into health. So I could have I could have put those into special attack, which could have maybe guaranteed range with Garchomp. Like a two shot on Garchomp. Which if it did, then that would be nice to know going into it. Because I found out during the tournament that Dragapult roughly did enough to make Garchomp scared after the first one. So yeah, whether or not they were trying to protect the Garchomp or not, they would have most likely lost their Garchomp no matter what, unless they were really protective over it. But yeah, um, what was it? Okay, well, what would I change on this team? So some matches are lost due to Sun being activated for Heliolisk, which sucks. because Mega Charizard and Victreebel really like the sun, but it didn't really help out with what Aegislash and Heliolisk. Heliolisk and Aegislash, obviously dry skin and being a steel type, don't appreciate fire moves at all, or just sun being active in general. So there was quite a bit of mix match on the team. So if I was gonna change some Pokemon, it would probably I could have had Solar Pearl Heliolisk. Dear God, that is weird to say. Solar Power Heliolisk. There we go. But then I would lose my matchup with Basculegion unless they were just scared of it. But yeah, it put it in Heliolisk kind of more tough spot with it if I did that. But the Pokemon I'd probably changed the most would have been. I know I've been amping up that it'd probably be Charizard, but one that I'd probably replace the most would have been Whimsicott, because I just didn't bring it to like any match, and I feel like the matches I could have brought it to would have been like against teams with both Aerodactyl and Sneasler, and also Incineroars as well. Because I could have done something with Milotic instead, and I'll just pop this up here real quick. Let's show that. So yeah, with that, if I was going to replace something, it'd be Milotic, as you get your speed control with Icy Wind, and you know the stats. Icy Wind would be nice for some speed control, because the team, aside from Whimsicott, had nothing. There was no speed control on the team minus Tailwind Whimsicott, which against matchups against teams with Tailwind, it made it so much harder and more difficult. But I would probably also run Surf. Now, even if I still had Charizard, Mega Charizard Y for Sun, even if I brought this would still be great, as I would hit Heliolisk with it and then heal it, like heal it up. So if I got into a situation where things were going rough for it, I could have had it use Surf, get some chip damage on the opponents, and then yeah, heal up Heliolisk. That way it can survive some more turns in Sun, or potentially live another hit. Because there was a game that I lost due to Sun, and I know that for a fact. Two games that I almost lost to Sun, almost. One game lost 7 HP. That was stressful. But yeah, I'd want to run Surf, because obviously it hits everything, get some chip on the other two when it breaks sashes, break multi-scale, and then obviously if Heliolisk is out, heal it up, because obviously it's not going to do a massive chunk of damage to things, but that small amount of damage would have gone a long way. Another thing I might have changed would have been a move on Dragapult. So instead of having White Herb, I might have used had Flamethrower on here, maybe, because it did its job. So I'm not too sure, but I probably, depending on what else I changed, I'd probably have kept it. Another Pokemon I'd probably want, which I haven't got up here yet, is Rotom. Particularly Rotom Heat with Choice Scarf. Just help out in speed, because that's faster than most things. You get Electro Web, so that's more speed control right there. So Overheat would be on there. That's Kingambit to get rid of it. To be fair, I don't know what other moves I'd probably run on this. To be fair, Trick could be useful, Trick could be useful in certain situations against certain Pokemon. Um, to be fair, I haven't really thought about this, but like, there's quite a few Pokemon that would probably not really want this to exist. Hmm. To be fair, Thunderbolt. Actually, yeah, Thunderbolt there, and then what? Probably either Shadow Ball and Will-O-Wisp, or maybe Volt Switch as well. It would have been nice to have. Like, it actually outspeeds Basculegion as well. The adaptability Basculegion, which is nice. It would outspeed it. So yeah, that would have been nice to also have. In case Heliolisk already died, or in case certain matchups where it wasn't as appealing. Yeah, so if I was gonna change something, I actually keep Dragonflight the same. It'd probably have one of these two on the team or both of them. Instead of having Whimsicott, would probably go. Who'd I probably have? If I only had one, then it'd be Whimsicott would be gone. That's 100%. I'd get rid of Whimsicott immediately. Whereas, if I had tried having both, it'd probably be Whimsicott would be one of them, and trying to think here. I'd probably get rid of Aegislash or Victreebel. I think it'd be one of those two, because I was playing with Mega Charizard Y. It wasn't the best, so like as a hitting fire moves. So having Rotom on the team would have been better as well. Not like replacing it, but would have been nice to have. So yeah, it probably Whimsicott would be gone for one of the two, and either Victreebel or Aegislash would be replaced for the other one. And to be fair, I'd probably also change the Mega if I did get. I'd probably get rid of Mega Charizard Y if I did remove Victreebel, even. Or at least change the EVs and moves, because yeah, like. Oh, wait a minute. Aegis, if I did get rid of it, then match against Trinitar would go down, so it was Kingambit. No, Rotom can Rotom kill it? Uh, let's find out right now. Actually, let's find out. Is there just a quick choice scarf, choice attacker? Is that it? Yeah, that's fine. And then 50 stubbles. Um, what? Okay, offensive Kingambit, black glasses, with max HP and a remainder in special defense. Overheat would kill, guaranteed. But if it's like more bulky, maybe. Yeah, probably not one shot. But yeah, that's actually a really nice spot. How about, wait, Basculegion? Charge Scarfed. Okay, Wagecraft would die. Thunderbolt has a chance of killing it. Okay. Flip Turd can kill it. Okay, then. But we do outspeed. Yeah. By a chunk as well, dear lord. Yes, actually, this could probably go down a wee bit. like just to make sure you outspeed. Yeah, like outspeed Basilisk Legion, which means you would guaranteed to outspeed basically everything else in the format aside from Aerodactyl, I think. Yeah, Aerodactyl's like the only thing faster than you. Wait, actually, wait a minute. Couldn't you just go for Modest on this? No, you couldn't go for Modest. Okay, you'd have to have speed boosting. Okay, that's nice to know. But yeah, if I was gonna change stuff, it'd probably be having one of these two on the team, and most probably a different mega would have been nice as well. I don't know what mega I'd put on here, but haven't really thought about a different mega. Uh, yeah, just having one would have been nice. That didn't set up Sun. But yeah, I generally don't know what mega. If you guys know what mega I could have had, put it in the comments. Because no idea here, because I don't think an electric type. Maybe Scovillain would have been nice. Maybe. Yeah, maybe Scovillain could have been nice on the team. Yeah, maybe. Or maybe like having Surf Greninja for more support on the Heliolisk doing its thing. But aside from that, I really don't know what other Mega I would have. Mega Aerodactyl for the matchups against Sun, maybe? And also another way to kill Sneaslers. But yeah, but if you guys know, say that, put it down in the comments. Now, I've probably been rambling for a wee bit now, eh? Yeah, 20-minute ramble, dear lord. Sorry, everybody. I thought this would be done in 10. So yeah, final thing. Where did I rank? What was my score? What was my score for this? So with a win-loss record of 21-24, which could have been so much better if I took more breaks on day one, with a final rating of 1,527.344, my placement is 52,699. Yeah, I'm still happy with it, to be fair. There were certain matchups where if I attacked instead of played a bit more safe, I could have won. Like there was a game where it was Mega Charizard Y versus my Mega Charizard Y on Heliolisk, and instead of attacking, I was probably panicking at the time. I haven't rewatched it, but I clicked Eerie Impulse into it instead of just going all out damage on it and going for Weather Ball and Volt Switch. If I did that, I would have won that match. But there's quite a few more where it was like a single turn. Oh, who's the bigger threat? Getting that prediction wrong. And yeah, there's quite a few of them where that was the case. But that's most likely due to my inexperience playing the game, like competitively. So for our first tournament, I am very happy with it, with this placement. I'd have loved to be under 50,000. I would have loved to be under it. But I am still happy with it. Like, if I got in the top 5, like 50,000, that was my. If I got to that place, I'd been jumping around like a maniac, and I'd be jumping for joy. But just barely being out of it, I still I think I did it quite good, especially day 2 and day 3. Day 1 was just atrocious, so I almost dropped below 1,300. Like, I think I was 1 or 2 matches away from dropping under it. Like, it was that miserable of a first day. Like, I won it was 3-12 is what I won that day. Like, it was so bad. Like, if I think one game would have been better, which was what, game 6, where um game 6 would have been better if I actually got to use my opponent I selected, because it like what timed me out. Not timed me out, like I got disconnected. My team was already picked, but then when I rejoined, all my Pokemon were changed. Like when internet came back on or whatever, all my Pokemon came. The only Pokemon I chose that came was Heliolisk. So at that point, the game was gone before I even knew it, because I was gonna lead what, Aegislash Dragapult, which would have been really good against Dragonite and Sneasel. Like it would have been brilliant, and I didn't even get to see the back two opponent because turn 1 they set up Tailwind, which sucked. But like I feel like if I had those two up, there'd been a chance I would have won. Much better chance than having Charizard and the Victory Bell up front with Whimsicott and Helios in the back. Like Helios could have done something if I got rid of Sneasler, to be fair. But like, yeah, it was just not ideal for game 6. But yeah, thanks for listening to my nearly half an hour ramble. Yeah, so if you have any suggestions about my team and what I could have changed about it, like aside from like the obvious ones where Charizard EV spread, or what Mega should have I had, or yeah, I shouldn't have used Victreebel and should have done Venusaur, then just put it down in the comments if you feel like it. Have a good day, everybody. Bye.